Hello everyone, welcome you all to my channel Biological Scoop. So let me share a scoop of knowledge with you. So today in this video we know about the building blocks of our body, which is called as the cell. So let's start the video. So here the table of contents should be the history of cell biology, introduction of cells, cell organelles and features, unique features of plant cell. So in this video we discuss the history of cell biology, introduction of cell and the types of cells also. So first of all, as we all know, the basic definition of the cell, that is, it is the structural and functional unit of life. As we all know, cell is very microscopic, that we can't see it our naked eye. So to see a cell we need a microscope, and to elaborately describe about the cell we need an electron microscope. So here in this picture there is a small cell which is consist of various cell organelles. Generally in our living world there are three types of organism, that is microbes, plants and animals. So viruses are there, but they are not organisms, they are particles. So microbes possess a very different types of cell. The plants and animal possess a different type of cell. So the cell is vary in function, structure and everything. So first of all, the basic knowledge about the cell is who discovered the cell. So first of all, the cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in the year 1665. In fact, Anton von Leeuwenhoek was the first to observe living cells in microorganisms, and also he is also called as the father of microorganisms or microbiology. So after the discovery of the cell theory was proposed by Schleiden and Swan in the year 1839, after a long gap of the discovery of the cell. So in this cell theory, what they described about the structure, the functions, the variety types of cell, what the cell do, how the cell multiplies, how the cell divides itself, everything. So the cell theory was first of all describe about the cellular basis of life. As we discussed earlier, that cell is called as the structural and functional unit of life. So why it is called as unit? Unit means the starting point of the organism's body, that is when a mass of cell combine they form tissue, when tissues combine they form tissue systems, when tissue systems combine they form organs, when the various organs combines they form organ systems such as excretory system, circulatory system, digestive system, everything. So after the various types of combinations of such organ systems, a individual or an organism is formed. So if we delete the cell from the starting point, then there is nothing, no tissue system, no organ system and no cell, no organism. So in this way the cell is the basic unit of life, or cell is the building blocks of our body. So the main thing is that how many types of organisms are there according to the presence of or numbers of cells. Actually the organisms are of two types, unicellular and multicellular. So which types of organisms are called as unicellular? Which are simply consist of single cell. Just see this picture. This is a picture of a single cellular organism, most probably called as the bacteria or amoeba, but here the picture is of bacteria. So in this case you see a single cell which consists of a few cell organelles, a cytoplasm, and it is very much simpler. So there are some fungus which are single cell also, like sea yeast, some algae are there like Chlamydomonas, chlorella, like that. So in case of multicellular, when more than 1, 2 or 3 or billions of or trillions of cells are there, and the organism made up of so many numbers of cells, then it is called as multicellular organism. So the examples are, we all know, that is the plant, animals, some fungi, algae, etc. So it is depends upon the types of the cell, then the number of the cell and the organism. So the second part is that the type of the cell. So according to the simplicity and the complexity of the cell is of two types, that is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So in this way the organisms are also called as prokaryotic organism and eukaryotic organisms. So now the question is that what is prokaryote and what is eukaryote? Simply define it. Let's split the two words, that is prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So prokaryotes consist of two words, that is pro and karyon. So pro means primitive, means old type, and karyon means nucleus. So the organism which possess a primitive or old type of nucleus or an incipient nucleus, which is called as the prokaryotes. So these organisms doesn't possess any membrane bounded organelles, it doesn't possess any typical organelles, they are unicellular mostly. So for example, say bacteria, amoeba, these are comes under the prokaryotic organism. So in the next video we discuss about the prokaryotes. So let's come to the eukaryotes. So eukaryotes are simply very much complex than prokaryotes. They consist of several types of cell organelles, a true nucleus, so many numbers of organelles like mitochondria, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulums, whatever it may be. Every type of organelles are found inside the eukaryotic cell, and it is much more complex than the prokaryotic cell. So scientists also suggest that the eukaryotes are come from the prokaryotes. So in this way the examples should be like humans, animals, plants, algae, fungi, and these are comes under the eukaryotic group. So here see the picture, it is a picture telling about the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. So here we see that there is a basic difference between the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, is that there is an false nucleus or incipient nucleus is there in the prokaryotic cell, but here a typical functional nucleus is there, made up of nuclear membrane, nuclear pore, consists of nuclear membrane, nuclear pore, chromatin reticulum, and etc. So in this picture it is clearly defined that how simple the prokaryotic organisms are and how complex the eukaryotic organisms are. So in the eukaryotic point of view, there are two types of cell, that is the plant cell and the animal cell. So in this picture also there is a basic difference between the plant cell and animal cell, as we all know, that is it is rectangular or slightly square in shape, whereas animal cell is spherical in shape. So there are so many basic difference between the animal cell and plant cell, which we discuss in the next video of eukaryotic cell. So there is so many so many functions of cells are there, because cell is a autoregulatory system. Autoregulatory system means what? It can do its work in by itself, means there are so many organelles in the body which carry different functions, such as we know, mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell. It produces energy in the form of ATP. The nucleus contains the hereditary materials, means the genetic material which carry the information and transfer it from one generation to another generation. So simply the prokaryotes have some locomotory organs like flagella or cilia they can possess. So what is flagella? Flagella is a single thread like structure, so which helps in the locomotions or movement of the organism, because the organisms are very simple and they doesn't possess any typical locomotory organs. So for instance move, they take the help of cilia or flagella. But in the animal cell there is no any types of cilia or flagella, in eukaryotic cell there is no any type of cilia or flagellas are there, because they are complex and they should be more in number, and they combine to form tissue, organ systems, and finally an organism. So an organism have a typical locomotory organs, like we have the locomotory organs, that is our leg. So in the next video we discuss about the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell in detail. So please comment below which topic you want to know about, so that I can describe it elaborately. So thanks for watching. Thank you.